42 when I got the first tattoo, 43 when I got the next little bit, and after that I just kept going. It's a bit like collecting rugby league memorabilia, a bit like collecting whatever, pebbles from the beach. It just went on and on. It's just one of those things that nobody I knew had any tattoos or anything like that. It was just something that I had, I wanted to do, and I didn't do it for anyone else. I just did it felt selfishly for myself. I'd always wanted a tattoo, but never had and always wanted to go. I used to go and take photographs at tattoo shops and so on. And then I met a marvellous man whose photograph is up here on the wall, Merv Chapman, and he showed me that in fact you could have a tattoo without anyone needing to see it if you didn't want to show them. He convinced me that in fact if I was going to get a tattoo, it should be a tattoo that had a theme. And although you can't see it very well in this particular photograph of mine, his theme was ancient Greek and Roman mythology. Well, I suppose I like collecting things. If you look around here, you'll see sort of porcelain pieces from the 18th century up here. There are a whole lot of other wonderful things I've collected in my lifetime. And usually when you start collecting, you collect one or two. But then when you start, you then think of a theme of how is this going to fit together with everything else. Well, I thought, well, what have I got? I'm a Sydney boy. I'm born and bred in Sydney. I had a scholarship, travelled overseas, scholarship at the University of Helsinki. I was there for quite a while. I lived in Paris and studied in Paris and also in London. I also taught in both of those places. What do I want to get? I'm a typical, gay man. I know what I'll get. I'll get a garden, a Sydney garden, with all the flowers in a Sydney garden. And people say, look, that's the gayest tattoo we've ever seen. On the other hand, it also defines your life and your death. What happens when you pick the flower? It dies eventually. It's beautiful in its death, but then it dies. It may last for 2 or 3 days, but the moment you take it off the plant, it is dead. It just takes a while before it shrivels up and goes black. And so that's like we are here. We're on this earth for a tiny amount of time. When Mervyn died, I was very sad that his skin went into a grave at Southhead Cemetery, and I often drive past there, and I wonder how he's going and whether in fact the tattoo's still there or not, or whether it's just destroyed in the coffin. I'm sorry we didn't do this when he died. We didn't get organised to do this, but I didn't know that it was really possible to do it, and I talked to my tattooist about it, and she thought it was probably a good idea. Then someone from the National Gallery, when I was down there, and I did was a performer for a show that they put on for the National Print Convention at the James Fairfax Auditorium there at the National Gallery, and I was there and showed the tattoos and so on, and they were filmed, just as you're doing here, with a tiny little video camera that was automatically screened on a big screen at the back, so I couldn't actually see it. But people said it was wonderful. They just could not believe how nice it was. And someone in the foyer then whispered in my ear, and I don't even know who it was, as to whether I would be interested in donating my skin to the National Gallery when I died. I said, okay, sure, I won't be around to take it. And already my heart and kidneys and any other body part of me is available for transplant if I were to die in a traffic accident or something like that. And so if you want my skin, you can have it.
Now Jeffrey Ostling has been involved with MAG, oh my God, going back many years. MAG is the Mature Age Gay Men's Group based in Sydney, Australia. He's always there with helpful advice. He's been a guest speaker many times. He's organized the Boys Only Trips, which has been a wonderful social experience for a lot of our guys that would be impossible for them to travel alone in their age group. Trips have gone to China, to Thailand, to Africa, and all over. So he's a fantastic human being, aside from the fact that he has a lot of notoriety for being with the bears and his tattooing and all that kind of stuff. There isn't very much that Jeffrey hasn't done, and we're very proud to have him as a long time standing member of MAG, and hope that he continues his association with MAG all the way to the end.